What is good, YouTube? So this is, as showbiz would call it, the morning after. But for me, I'm just gonna call it my post-fight reaction until I come up with my own clever name for it. But what a crazy, beautiful fight Tyson Fury versus Olexandr Usyk, the rematch was. I'm just gonna make this quick video here where we're gonna talk a little bit about the fight, what happened. Our prediction obviously didn't go the way we thought it would. So let's get started right there. Uh, this is. Oh, I didn't see Fury's post-fight press conference, so I have to watch that. I saw Usyk's, but I didn't see Fury's. I thought he didn't make it to it. But maybe we'll react to that in a moment. Maybe. I'm not sure. But anyways, long story short, the fight was beautiful. And I really thought Fury was going to take it just because he seemed so focused all week. But I really, once again, underestimated the sheer will and power and determination of Olexandr Usyk. So the fight for me, I thought Fury was winning the early rounds. I thought Usyk took the first round, but I thought Fury was winning the early rounds after that. And then just like in the last fight, Fury got hit with a crazy left, and it looked like he was wobbled a little bit. And then he started to slow down. His gas tank, it emptied his gas tank a little bit. He wasn't fighting the way he was at the beginning. Like he kind of, I don't know if it was that one shot that gassed him, or if it was just from the accumulation of his own shots and working hard to get this win. But honestly, like, there's no shame for Fury. I know Fury's probably upset right now. He probably thinks he won again and probably pissed off. But at the same time, like, he's a warrior. He went in there. He had an amazing fight with Olexandr Usyk. I personally really thought he was winning that fight up until he wasn't, and he almost did. Like, each fight, like this first and the second fight now, are both razor close decisions. So it's not like Usyk's that much better than him. He's just a little bit better than him enough to get that win. And I think if you put them in a machine, Fury versus Usyk, 10 fights, I'm sure Fury would probably win about 3 or 4 of those fights. But it's just Usyk is just a little bit better. And what I was saying beforehand was Fury needs to use his weight in this fight. He needs to push him around. He needs to lean on him. He needs to really use that weight advantage. And then when I watched the weigh-in, sorry we didn't react to that, by the way. I was kind of busy. But the weigh-in, Fury came in at 281 pounds. He had like almost a 50 or 60 pound advantage on Olexandr Usyk. And in the fight, Usyk is still pushing him away, like pushing him around. He was like, Usyk was backing him up. Like almost the whole fight, Fury was backed up. Like, it was just, Usyk's the little man, but he's also the bigger man at the same time. And it was just such a good war. Like, Fury landed some wild shots that I was so sure Usyk was going down from, and Usyk didn't even flinch. Usyk just kept coming forward. He just, like, Usyk has one hell of a chin, I have to say. Like, Usyk's chin is actually kind of crazy. Tyson Fury, he has a chin too, but I can't tell if his chin is weakened because of age and the constant wars he's been in, or if Usyk's actually starting to hit a little bit hard, because it seems like he is. But I do feel a little bit bad for Tyson Fury, just because, like, I like both fighters. I said that from the beginning. My prediction was that Fury, because he looked more serious and he came in heavier, he was going to probably win. But I also said that I still have no idea who's going to win. I still see it as a razor close fight. But I feel bad for Fury, because Fury, we all know he struggles with depression, and he came back from the grips of depression to fight Wilder and, on top of the world again. And he's had many great fights since. And I just really hope his mental health is okay. I hope he's doing okay. And I don't know. I feel bad for him, because obviously if Usyk would have lost, I would have felt bad for him too, because I like both these men. They're both incredible fighters and great men. But it's just, I feel bad for Fury, because it's probably going to be the end of his career now. And it was a beautiful career and a sad way to end it on 2 losses like that. But I guess it depends on your perspective, because I don't see it as a sad way to end his career. If it even does end his career, he might come back. But obviously, I was hoping for the trilogy fight, kind of like Turkey Al Sheikh. We have room in our kitchen for 1 rabbit more. I was really hoping that Fury was going to win, so we'd get that trilogy fight. But honestly, I don't think there's going to be enough demand for a trilogy fight now, because Fury lost. But at the same time, I think it could be done, just because of how close these fights are. It's not like Usyk whitewashed him in either fight. Like, Usyk got beat up in both fights, as did Fury. So it's not a matter of like, you know, he's way better than Fury. He's just like a little bit better than him, and his style is all wrong for him, and that's what won him the fight. But hats off to Usyk. He literally came in as an undisputed cruiserweight champion, came into the heavyweight division, and just fucking ran through it and took out all the big names, like, or most of them. And he literally, like, what else is there for Usyk to do? Like, I guess the Daniel Dubois rematch, I saw at the end of the fight, Daniel Dubois got in the ring and asked for the rematch, and Usyk's like, no problem, no problem. Like, Usyk's down. And that, honestly, I feel like Daniel Dubois is the last real challenge, or the last real fight for Olexandr Usyk. I think like everyone else, he's miles above him. So I don't know if Usyk's going to retire after Dubois, but I don't even know if he's going to beat Dubois. That's another fight that I'm looking forward to, that we're going to be covering on this channel if it happens. Usyk versus Dubois too. Because as I told you guys before, I do want to talk about that fight. And I do personally believe that Dubois won that fight. He knocked Usyk out with a body shot. Usyk was down for a lot longer than 10 seconds. And because the ref thought it was a low blow, he got away with it. But realistically, if you slow it down and watch, that blow wasn't low. It was right on the button, and Usyk was down. So that should have been a Daniel Dubois win by KO. But do I think he's going to be able to beat him in the rematch? No, I think Usyk went to school even more with Fury. He's going to be a better fighter than he was in that first fight. And aside from that moment, like in the Daniel Dubois fight where Daniel Dubois rocked him with the body shot that they called a low blow, aside from that, Usyk was winning. And then he did get up from that and won the rest of the fight. So I don't think I don't think I'm going to be going with Dubois for the rematch. However, I think Dubois is more skilled than AJ. He's shown that. I think he honestly might be more skilled than Tyson Fury. We don't know yet. We'd have to see him against Usyk again to find out. But I think it's crazy because a few years ago we knew who our top heavyweights were. It was Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Then now all of a sudden Wilder's out. Anthony Joshua, we don't know if he's still fighting, but he just lost badly. And then now all of a sudden at the top of the heavyweight mountain, we have Olexandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois. It's crazy how shit shifts like that, you know? But that's going to be a good fight to watch, Dubois versus Usyk. I'm really excited for that one. And I think I'm leaning towards Usyk for that one, but it's a close fight. But would I be willing to watch a rematch between Olexandr Usyk and Tyson Fury? 100% yes. Like, I don't care if Fury just lost 2. I would be willing to watch that rematch because these guys are just so good for each other. Like, if you put these guys in a ring every single time, 100% of the time, it's going to be a beautiful fight, and it's going to be a war. And I honestly, I want to watch it, and I want to see Fury find a way to victory. He came in really heavy for this fight, which on my last podcast, I was actually saying that if he comes in heavy, I'm going for the knockout. And I did. I bet on the knockout. But I really underestimated Fury's... I mean, how much faster Usyk was, because you see it in there. Like, Fury would go for a punch, and then Usyk would come in, pop, 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 and land like 3 or 4, because he's just so much faster in there. It's constantly bouncing and probing with his jab hand, and then it's like you don't know where the jab's coming. It could be coming here, it could be coming here. You can't really. Then all of a sudden, he just like leaps in with his jab. Usyk was really good with that leaping jab, and he just kept catching Fury. And with the leaping lefts, like Fury for some reason would be like this, and he'd have like this part exposed. I'm trying to do it in the camera, so I'm like opposite. So Fury'd be like have this part exposed, and Usyk would just like throw a feint, and then right over the top, boom! Like it's just he kept landing that left hand all night long. He was just so skillful in there, and Fury was just getting frustrated, and he didn't use his weight, but I don't think it's like he wasn't trying to. He came in at 280 for a reason. He clearly wanted to use his weight. And you can see him trying to lean on Usyk, but I saw the one time he was trying to lean on Usyk, and Usyk straight up pushed him in the corner. A man outweighing him by 60-something pounds pushed him in the corner, like bullying him, like, don't let him bully you, son. Like, it was rough. Like, it was... Well, anyways, I just want to say that I'm happy with the decision. I'm a lot happier tonight than I was after the Mike Tyson fight, or this morning, I'd say, rather, because it's the morning. I woke up, and I just can't wait to see what's next in store for Usyk, and I'm really hoping Fury doesn't retire because of this. However, if he does retire, I'd understand it, because there's not much left for him to do. The only one left for him is Usyk, and he's already been defeated twice by Usyk. But Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you think that this decision was right? I personally am okay with the decision. I thought it was either going to be a draw or in Usyk's favor, but if it would have been in Fury's favor, I would have been cool with that too, just because of how close the fight was. But Usyk did have the bigger moments in there, and he did do more damage. Fury might have took the same amount of rounds, but I think Usyk's like if let's say if they both had 6 rounds, but Usyk did the more damage, he had the more impactful punches, he was pushing the pace. So I'm happy with the Usyk decision. However, I could see how it could go to Fury. I could see how it would have been a draw. I genuinely thought it was going to be a draw when they said all 3 judges have scored it the same. I'm like, oh fuck, it's going to be a draw, but it wasn't. But long story short, beautiful fight. I really hope both men go on and do great things, and I hope Fury doesn't get discouraged by this, and I hope he still, he understands that Usyk's an incredible fighter. Like, just for him to be able to push him to his limits like that means that you too, Fury, are an incredible fighter. There's nothing to be ashamed of, and I just hope Fury's okay. Like, I'm worried about his mental health, but I'm really happy for Usyk. This is going to be really uplifting and morale boosting for the Ukrainian soldiers and citizens and everyone dealing with the war right now. This is going to be great motivation for them. And for Fury, this is either going to motivate him to come back stronger, or this might be a sign that it's time to retire, go home to your kids, be a dad, be a husband. I'm sure Paris is pissed off. He hasn't been there for 3 months, so she's probably like, you better get your ass in here and clean something. I don't even care what you clean. You just got to clean something. Like, I'm done. Like, go home, start cleaning, start taking care of the kids. Paris, put your feet up, Fury's coming home for Christmas. You've done your shit for 3 months. Just go relax now, girl. Let Fury do all the work now. It'll help him. The monotony of normal life will help him kind of, get back into the groove of things. And I'm sure he'll be okay at the end of the day. He might have a rough couple days. I'm gonna watch this post-fight press conference because I only saw Usyk's side last night. I didn't see Fury's. So I do want to see Fury's reaction and what he has to say. But I'm going to do that off stream just because I got to go walk my dog, and I've already got 12 minutes of me just talking here. So long story short, it was a beautiful fight. I feel a lot better than I did after the Mike Tyson fight. And the next big fight that I'm looking forward to is Bivol, the rematch between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. That's going to be an incredible fight. That's the next big one that I'm looking forward to. But we also got Benavidez, like David Benavidez versus David Morrell coming up. And Gervonta Davis is coming up versus Roach, which obviously I'm not very excited for. Lamont Roach is not, the level of competitor I would be expecting Gervonta Davis to be fighting by now. But I'll still watch it because Gervonta Davis, it's always a smoke show. It's always like someone's always getting knocked out in a Gervonta Davis fight, and it's never Gervonta Davis. So it'll be great. And yeah. I'm happy. I feel good. Like that post-fight high where you're just feeling good. You're like, I just witnessed greatness. And then the next day you're just like, man. But then also it's kind of like a drug. It's like coming down from a high because it's like now it's like, oh, man, there's no big fight to look forward to. All the past few weeks I've been like talking to everybody and getting hyped up about this fight. And it delivered 100%. I was not disappointed. But now I'm just kind of like, man, back to the monotony of normal life until the next big fight. And the next big fight of that caliber, I'd say, is Bivol versus Beterbiev, the rematch. So we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna have that's gonna be like our next big fight we're gonna be covering. But we're gonna try to cover all main fights that happen around this channel. But I'm gonna stop rambling now before this video is like 40 minutes of me just talking. But thank you so much to anyone who's been here. This boxing podcast is. We're starting to get a little bit more views on our videos. It's nothing compared to what we get on our music reaction videos, but I'm hoping to slowly gain more boxing fans, subscribe to the channel until eventually we can actually have, a few live podcasts a week where we have people talking boxing. And that's mainly the goal of this podcast for me, is to find a like-minded community to talk boxing with, because I don't really have that in my real life. Nobody I know really cares about boxing that much. But I love you guys. If you've made it this far, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I'm still going to be posting videos. Like, I'm probably going to go live today for some video games, but this is probably going to be our last boxing episode until the new year. So thank you, everybody. Keep punching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. And if you don't celebrate, happy Tuesday. Or what? I think it's on a Tuesday. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.